So if you are saving your money, I hope you are not using a savings account at one of these brick and mortar banks. If you're trying to build your savings and you're looking for a way to gain more interest, then you definitely should be saving in a high yield savings account. I'm going to tell you about 5 different high yield savings accounts that you should look at if you're looking to save more money and gain more interest. And believe me, I'm not going to give you any savings accounts that are not insured. All of these savings accounts are FDIC insured, so you can protect your money, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking to make more interest and keep our money protected. A few of these savings accounts I actually have myself, and there's definitely one of them that I need to take a look at myself, as far as I love the interest rate. I love what they're talking about, so maybe I need to shift some of my savings there so I can get a little bit more interest. But let's talk about the savings accounts. The first high yield savings account that you should definitely take a look at is Ally. Now, Ally is paying 4.25%. They have unlimited withdrawals and they have no minimum deposit. So that is great if you're just starting your savings journey and you don't have a lot to start with. But like I always say, just keep it consistent. Start with the amount that you can start with and continually contribute. And then as you're contributing, that amount is growing due to the interest. And then eventually you'll be in a position where you can contribute more. Now, Ally has the ability for you to be able to have a checking account and your high yield savings account with them. So that allows you to also get an ATM card. They have different savings buckets. So you'll have like one large saving account, but you're able to break that out into savings buckets so that you can save for different goals. Because I don't like having all my savings grouped together. I do like to track them separately. So Ally gives you a way to be able to do that and keep all your savings at their one company. So you can have your emergency fund, your travel account, house account, car maintenance, everything at one place. Now, they don't charge you any overdraft fees in your savings account, but they do have a limit. You can only do 6 withdrawals per statement cycle. And one other great thing they have is you can set up roundups. So you can have it when you make a purchase, it will round up to a certain dollar amount. And then basically that difference between your purchase and that set dollar amount would go into your savings. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to build your savings while also using your checking account. And I also want to mention about Ally. Ally has a really great interface. Their website is top notch, and initially I didn't like the app, but that it was user error. I will say it was user error, and I actually like the app too. It's very easy to use, especially when you're on a go and you're able to find all your information in one place just at the click of the app once you put in your password or use Face ID if you have iPhone. The next savings account that you should definitely take a look into is CapitalOne 360. Capital One is paying an 4.30% annual percentage yield. There's no minimum deposit and there are no fees. Now, Capital One also has a checking account available, but the way that you actually fund your Capital One 360 account is either by transferring from their checking account into the account, or you can actually transfer from an external account into your Capital One 360 account, especially if there's not a branch nearby, because they do have branches in certain locations, but I definitely know that they don't have branches nationwide. One thing that I love about the Capital One 360 account, and I do have that account, is that you can have up to 20 savings buckets. So I spoke about savings buckets with Ally, but you can also have them with Capital One 360. So again, you can save for your different goals in different buckets and really keep track of your progress. Or if you have to take money out, and you clearly know what you're taking money out for, there's no confusion of where to pull that money from. Now, one thing I want to mention is Capital One 360 does have that 6 withdrawal per statement cycle limit, just like the brick and mortar banks. So that's something to keep in mind. Granted, we are trying to save, and hopefully we're not just pulling from our savings for anything, but I know how it goes sometimes. Like a whole bunch of things is happening in the month, life is lifing, and you may have to pull from your savings more than once. So just keep that in mind if you choose to do a Capital One 360 account. The next high yield savings account that you should definitely look into is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I have this account also. They are currently paying 4.40%. Now, the thing about Marcus, I mean, there's just so many good things. The thing about Marcus is you have no minimum deposit, which is great. You have no fees. I think one thing that I really love about Marcus is that you can transfer up to $100,000 to or from your bank in a day. So if you have the money in your account, of course, you're able to transfer that money. So if you really like emergency happen, you're able to access that money quickly. They don't have an ATM card because they do not have a checking account, which is why one of the reasons why I think that they allow for you to transfer money within the day. And there is no limitation on the number of withdrawals that you are able to do in the month. They also have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week call center support. So that's really good, especially if you have any questions. You know, things seem to happen at the most unopportune times. So you're able to reach someone if you need them. All right, so the next high yield savings account we're going to talk about is Amex. That's right, American Express has their own savings account. They're currently paying 4.30%. They have no minimum deposit. They have no fees. They also do not have an ATM card available, but you can transfer to and from your bank within 2 business days. Now, Amex does have a withdrawal limit per cycle, but instead of the standard 6 that most brick and mortar banks and, as I mentioned, Ally and Capital One 360 offer, they actually give you 9 withdrawals per statement cycle. All right, so the next savings account that you definitely should take a look at is Wealthfront. So Wealthfront is actually an investment company, but they also offer high yield savings accounts. Currently, their high yield savings account is paying 4.80%. Yeah, that's kind of nice. And because they're an investing company, you're able to invest in minutes. So you're able to have an investment account with them and a high yield savings with them. Now, just like the other high yield savings accounts that I mentioned, they do not have any minimum deposit. So again, you could just start with what you have to start saving in their account. They have unlimited withdrawals and transfers from their account. And since they are an investment company, they do have FDIC insurance. As I mentioned, that all of these high yield savings accounts that I'm mentioning are FDIC insured, but it is through their partner banks. So that this account will be insured through their partner bank. And they actually have an automation tool that helps you save based on goals. So basically, as your deposit comes through, the tool is set up where you can have it split it out based on the goals that you actually have and what you're focused on in a minute, which is really a great benefit, especially when you have multiple goals that you are saving for. You're able to save automatically without really thinking about having to move your savings into those different buckets. One thing I should also mention is that they have ATMs that they have partnered with. So if you do need to withdraw money, you're able to go to certain ATMs, which is listed on their website, to be able to pull money out and not be charged a fee. So that's also great, just in case you come up on a situation where you need to pull the funds out for whatever the goal is that you save the funds for. So those are the 5 high yield investment savings accounts that you should take a look at if you're looking to save more money and you're not already using a high yield account. Let me know which one of the accounts actually caught your attention and which ones you're going to look into, and share this with a friend, because I need everybody to be saving. Because you see how they do us, right? I need you to save some money. Okay? Look out for yourself. Take care of yourself first. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next week with an all new video.